Hi there, it's Peter here again, the guy who hates tomatoes but loves front-end development. Thanks for tuning in for my next video. And in today's screencast, we'll review the 3 most popular videos from my YouTube channel and what you can learn in them. And then we'll look at the 3 hot trends for 2015. And we'll review the things you should learn to stay hot front-end developer in 2015. The first handpicked video from my YouTube channel, popular video from my YouTube channel, is how to write your CSS faster. It's been published a couple weeks ago, and it will teach you how to use Sublime Text Extension Hayaku to speed up your CSS writing. Okay, so it covers what are the main benefits and shows you how to write very quickly some of the most common CSS declarations. So check that out if you want to speed up your CSS writing skills. The second most popular video, it's actually a 3-part video series of the Merry Christmallax deconstruction, where I'll walk you through how I created the Merry Christmallax one-page scrolling website, how I exported the assets from Photoshop, how they were optimized, how I positioned them on the page, how to set the right data attributes, and how to work out the right timing for your scrolling animations. So if you've got scrolling project coming up, definitely check this series out. And the most popular video of 2014 is the scroller tutorial, how to create a scrolling slideshow. Okay, it has almost 44 likes. If you add your one as well, it will have 45. And there is also a tutorial on my blog, how to create a scrolling slideshow using Scroller.js. Okay, it will teach you how to lay out your HTML, how to use scroll for horizontal animations, because a lot of people are asking for that as well. And as you know, Scroller doesn't offer that out of the box, so you need to be creative with CSS3 transforms. And then how to pause a scrolling animation and how to animate like a David Copperfield. So check that out. It will teach you a lot about Scroller and scrolling animations in general. And now let's quickly recap the most popular deconstructions, tutorials and demos on my website. So happy 25th birthday Game Boy, one pager done using Scrollorama, Super Scrollorama, is the 3rd most popular demo on my site. So check that out on happy 25th birthday Game Boy. The 2nd most popular is the simple parallax scrolling tutorial. This tutorial has been around for a while. It's published in January 2014, and obviously for that reason it is the 2nd most visited tutorial on my site. And the first one, the most popular, is the how to create a parallax scrolling website. Okay, so that's been actually published last year, but I'm including it because it's the most visited blog post on my blog in 2014. Okay, both of these tutorials, again, using Scroller. So check that out if you want to learn more about Scroller and scrolling animations. These were the most popular videos, blog posts and demos on Ihatetomatoes.net. And now let's have a look what's coming in 2015, what is trendy and what will make you a super hot front-end developer next year. Alrighty, so here is finally the list of the 3 hot trends for 2015. 3 things which I think you should definitely spend some time and learn next year or this year, depending on when you're watching this video. It's SVG, GreenSock and Scroll Magic. Okay, obviously the list could be much longer. There is new plugins and frameworks released almost every day. So it's becoming very hard for us to keep up with that new technologies and techniques. But I believe SVG, GreenSock and Scroll Magic are the ones on rise. Okay, so let's first talk about SVG. As you can see, the term SVG, animations, SVG, how to SVG or SVG path has been going through the roof on the Google Trends, which is another indication why it's becoming very good skill to have. Also, if you've been to any CSS conferences, there is a rising number of presentations on this topic, like the SVG Reality, Creative CSS Interface Animation for the Web, and SVG Strikes Back at the Front Porch 2014, and also in the article 50 plus designers sharing their top 3 trends for 2015, published on the Founders Grid. They mentioning SVG animations and SVG in general way too often. Okay, so this is not a coincidence. Obviously everyone knows that SVG is being very popular these days, and you should definitely invest some time in learning how to use it properly. Okay, even Chris Coyer is big advocate of SVGs and using SVG on CSS tricks very often. I've included a couple articles in my blog post linking to how I created SVG, using SVG on CSS tricks, and styling and animating SVG with CSS on a Smashing magazine. Okay, so this might be some starting points for you to start with SVG. And if you prefer video, then there are 2 videos. One is presentation from Sarah Suidan and SVG Strikes Back from Max Baxter from the front porch, okay, including also the slides. So these are the starting points where you can start with SVGs. The other thing mentioned very often these days and popular these days on the top websites on the web is animation. Okay, so SVG animation, JS animation, or UI animation, as you can see again on the Google Trends graph, is going through the roof, and GreenSock is one of the libraries which makes this possible and makes it easy for front-end developers to dive into animations for the web. Okay, so you can choose any animation library. I'm not saying learn JavaScript animations through GreenSock. If that's not your cup of tea, choose Velocity, choose Snap SVG, whatever you prefer to use, whatever syntax is the most appealing to you. I'm a big fan of GreenSock because I feel like professional front-end developers should use tools which were built for front-end developers. Okay, and if you look at the recent 30 or 50 websites of the day or top websites in general, they're using GreenSock very often. So it's another indication why using it is the right way to go. Okay, the cross-browser compatibility is taken care of, the developer-friendly syntax. Once you learn it, everything's easy. And also there's a great support, active forum and development and new plugin releases, which is big benefit as well. Okay, so if you are a professional front-end developer, you want to use tools that are built for professional front-end developers, and GreenSock is one of them. Again, I included a couple links to tutorials and how to start with GreenSock, and you can expect more blog posts and tutorials and demos on my blog in 2015. The other very often mentioned trend, which might not seem as a trend because it was popular in 2014 as well, is the scrolling over clicking trend, or storytelling. Is very often used in this article as well, interactive storytelling, and there is not a better plugin for it than ScrollMagick. So ScrollMagick is using GreenSock in the background, but soon might be able to use other libraries as well. So ScrollMagick and Scroller, they are the 2 most popular scrolling libraries. So learning one of them will definitely give you the head start when it comes to being a front-end developer who can build storytelling websites. Okay, so simplifying the content in the sea of information on the web, you will stand out by simplifying your content into little bits and pieces and making that in a nice interactive scrolling animations. Okay, so learning ScrollMagick or Scroller would definitely make you a hot front-end developer in 2015. And I believe that we'll see more great examples of the scrolling animations, and we'll see less rubbish, less junk, less let's animate everything, and more storytelling, more product presentations or timeline websites with interactive infographics. Okay, so ScrollMagick is very handy. As I said, I'll be releasing more tutorials and demos on GreenSock and ScrollMagick following up as well. So stay tuned for that in 2015. Okay, I included a couple links to get you started with ScrollMagick. So check that out, and more ScrollMagick stuff coming to Ihatetomatoes Blog in 2015. I believe that the web needs more creative front-end developers There is a lot of people who can just use Bootstrap and other frameworks, but they are not really creative, and the creativity is limited by whatever the framework can do. So I think we'll definitely need to embrace the interactivity and animations and create something which hasn't been done before, and create something which stands out. So there you have it, a little recap of the past year and what's coming up, in my humble opinion, in the 2015, in the new year. I hope you learned something out of my videos, and thanks for the support, whether you watched one or all of my videos. I really appreciate the feedback I'm getting and the comments you leaving under the videos. So thanks for the support. I wish you a happy new year. I'll be taking a short break in January. I need to recharge batteries like every other good front-end developer. So subscribe to the channel, visit my blog, or follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you sometimes in February. Happy New Year. Bye.